Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of my party people. So got my sleeves on, it's like a little bit of burr. And yes, it does get kind of chilly here on the island. It's about 66 degrees, so don't judge us. But welcome to the channel, Money Squad, Mr. Kill4, back up in this thing. It's going to be a very, very short, quick video, straight to the point, because you probably already seen this shoe a million times. So, Lego. Caught these joints from GOAT. I've been doing a lot of copping from GOAT because GOAT, $15. StockX, $25. Some people say it's only $10. Hey, $10 is a lot. You know what you can do with $10? You can go do some damage at McDonald's. You feel me? But it's neither here nor there. Box a little bit damaged, but that's okay. You see you got your circles, mozzarella cheese, what do you want to call it? And see, you got it right there. PP personal pair, size 10.5, Fisher colorway. Piss, sale, oh no, just kidding. Sale, fire red, Muslim black, Air Jordan 5 Retro SP. Suggested retail price, $225. Brr, thanks, gosh. Woo, that's steep. So up here, you already know, you plan on getting them long down the road. You got your stamper ramp up there. You got the damage up there. I don't care. We don't wear the box. It is what it is. You got your stamper ramp. You got these little circles in here. You got your traditional off-white paper. And in here, you should have your anti-mold, right? Because you got some different materials, so your mold should be right there. And, well, I don't think you got nothing else. Then, okay, y'all, I got my GOAT card in here, right? You got to have that GOAT card in there, right? And they also have their thing they use to verify the shoes. But let's get into the main course, right? Bam, bam, the main course on these joints. Now what I've learned, because I got burned a couple times earlier this year on, I think I had the original ones and they were Fugazi. So I've learned, got to deal with the sneaker group, and these shoes like this is all about the details. It's the smaller itty bitty details that will make you or break you in this shoe. Not always saying it's gonna work, but the majority of the time it does. I don't know, like I said, it's got this vintage look, but for some people it got the pissy look, so it just depends on how you like these shoes, right? Tinker Hatfield shoe, pretty much 3, 4, 5, 6, right, with your air unit on the shoe. So underneath you got Nike, and you got that transition into the herringbone traction Nike. Now a couple things on here. Most of the time, like I said, the details, like the Fugazi, the cut right here, the transition will not be smooth, all right? It won't be smooth. I wish I had the two to show you, but it wouldn't be smooth. You have your Jumpman on there in red. You have your Nike right here. And then you got this vintage look right here on the toe box, right? You got the sail look. You got your see-through yellow tight look here. Then you see you got your red shark tee. That's another, sometimes a dead giveaway on the shoes. The shark tee will be screwed up. So instead of like this, they may be unevenly placed. They might be too short, stuff like that. So that's something you definitely want to pay attention to, because they got like the fighter jet type, right? Because you know this was kind of the shoe was based off of. Then you got your sail laces, and I definitely already know red is my favorite color, thus the shirt. Red laces are definitely going into these joints. You got your black laces, and then you have this here. You also have your Nike with your lace lock right here. Then you have your Nike up here with the 3M tongue embossed. Sometimes you gotta watch out for that. Sometimes it be too poofy. Your Jumpman here have a butt crack doing splits, 380 gymnastic, all of that stuff. Up here, this portion feels like a sponge when you put your hand across it. Another thing, detail, right? You gotta be careful of this circle. It should look like that, or this puka. And then you got the 23 inside, which is very, very dope in my opinion. And then of course you got the Nike Air on the ass, and you got the Air unit. Some other things to look at, of course, will be this puka right here. Sometimes it might be off, right? And you got to be careful of this different type of stitching and the spacing, along with that puka right here in the middle. If I can move these laces out, and you got to make sure that beaverton is lined up correctly. It might not always be 100%, but there's just some stuff to be mindful of. And this netting type material here, you got to be careful as well. And on this one, you can see they got cardboard inside to keep the shoe intact. So that's a very, very dope. And you have, and all of this inside feel like a sponge, like you washing dishes, in my opinion. That's what it feel like. And you have, you don't really have, you have your shoe tree. And this shoe tree is actually covered, as you can see. Sometimes exposed, sometimes covered. So like I said, it's a lot of little details you have to pay attention for when you're doing these shoes. And you can see you got the Air Jordan that's always upside down, and that shouldn't be the other way around, or your shoe could be questionable. And then you got Nike Air inside of there. So like I said, it's all about the details when you get these shoes, because it's a lot of little stuff. I mean, just to the eye, if you don't know what to look for, you won't really notice it. If a person don't actually have the shoe, you will not notice it. And then you got, of course, the QR code inside of there as well. The one other thing, like I said, over here as well, on this side, you have your off-white piece. So this one is, it shouldn't be able to come off. If it come off, if it's flimsy, it shouldn't come right through. And then this part here is, most of the time I see, is off. So your wording on there should be on there like so. So that's the main thing, like a zip tie right on that. Okay, I'm about to say, well, what happened to my 3M? Got a little bit of stuff on there. Yeah, so that here, if this pop off, I don't know what to tell you. I might like, uh-oh, right? So yeah, this piece here, most of the time is all screwed up. And the writing on here is always screwed up. So that's another thing that you might want to pay attention to when you're going to shoe. The only thing I've seen for most of everybody's shoes or reviews when they do on foot is the construction of the shoe in the back. It just does not look too sturdy. As you can see, you squeeze it like that, not really much support. So that's the thing was kind of really keeping me from actually wanting to cop these shoes. So other than that, I mean, I can't complain. It is a vintage shoe. However, I will be adding the OGs, because I think the OGs are still better in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. These gonna go up though. I don't know how much they went now, but I was waiting for the opportune time to pounce. I didn't get it at the ideal price I want to get it, but it's okay. What you gonna do, right? I mean, it is what it is. But these are definitely gonna go up. Probably gonna, I'd say, probably top out at about 800-900, maybe 1,000. Of course, these go up since these are the second pair. That means the OG is gonna go up a little bit higher. But on a little lit meter, if I had to rate these out of a 5, 5s are pretty comfortable. I see a little air and stitching. It's again Jordan brand. The construction part of this, and the thing, good thing it does have that vintage look, because these are gonna get dirty. Gonna have to put some Jason Mark or crepe on these. So out of 5, I give it about a 4.75 out of 5, right? All biggest reason, because you can just pop red laces, and these gonna pop all day long. Even though I don't want to be looking like everybody else, you know me, I don't rock shoes right away. So it is what it is. So 4.75 out of 5. You guys let me know what you think about this shoe. Comment, like, subscribe. We almost at 1 million views. Thank y'all. Peace, love, chicken grease. I'm out. Deuces.